Every 47 seconds in America, a senior suffers a stroke during sleep, and 73% of these cases are directly linked to what was consumed in the 4 hours before bedtime. If you're over 60 and usually eat dinner after 7 p.m., what I'm about to reveal could quite literally save your life. Recent research from the University of Sao Paulo shows that 5 seemingly harmless foods, when eaten at night, increase the risk of stroke by up to 340% in people over 60. Even more alarming, 89% of elderly Americans consume at least 3 of these foods nightly, unaware of the deadly danger they're facing. You've probably felt that strange sensation after dinner: racing heart, head pressure, trouble falling asleep. Maybe you woke up with a headache or dizziness. These could be early warning signs that your body is reacting to what you're eating at night. But today, you'll find out exactly what these 5 silent killers are: foods that may be on your table this very moment, and more importantly, how to fully protect yourself from them. Before revealing these 5 dangerous foods that may be causing microclots in your blood while you sleep, I need your support. Leave a like if you care about your health and longevity. Subscribe so you don't miss any life-changing discoveries. And comment below with the food you eat most often at night. Your participation motivates us to keep researching and sharing information that truly makes a difference in the lives of thousands of people. Every week, I receive hundreds of messages from people who've transformed their lives with the knowledge I share. That's why we created a special community for those over 60 who are determined to live with more health, energy, and independence. To join this family, just click subscribe. It's free and could be the first step toward adding quality years to your life. What many don't realize is that our cardiovascular system undergoes significant changes after age 60. The ability to process certain nutrients declines, blood circulation slows, and foods that once seemed harmless can become real threats. At night, as our metabolism naturally slows, certain foods can trigger a perfect storm in our bodies, raising blood pressure, thickening the blood, and overworking the heart, right when it should be resting. Studies from the Heart Institute of Sao Paulo show that stroke incidence in the elderly spikes drastically between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., a period known as the sudden death window. It's no coincidence this is when the body is processing the last meal consumed. The combination of a slow metabolism, naturally high blood pressure during some sleep phases, and foods that boost blood clotting creates an extremely high-risk situation that many doctors still don't explain adequately to patients. Here's the good news: you have the power to change this situation entirely. By identifying and eliminating these 5 specific foods from your evening meals, you can reduce your stroke risk by up to 78%, improve your sleep quality, wake up feeling refreshed, and gain many more years of healthy, independent life. For each food I'll reveal, there's a safe and delicious alternative, so you don't have to give up the pleasure of eating well. Food number 1: aged yellow cheeses, the silent clot. If you're someone who loves ending dinner with a piece of cheddar, Prado, or any aged yellow cheese, you need to know you're playing with fire. These cheeses contain extremely high levels of tyramine, a substance found in certain foods, can raise blood pressure by up to 40 points within hours when processed by the body during sleep. Tyramine acts as a direct trigger for the release of norepinephrine, a hormone that constricts blood vessels and accelerates heart rate. While younger individuals may not notice these effects, after the age of 60, when blood vessels are naturally stiffer, this combination can become fatal, especially at night, when blood pressure is supposed to decrease. The consumption of aged yellow cheeses can keep blood pressure elevated for up to 8 consecutive hours during sleep. Maria de Conceição, 67, from Belo Horizonte, was a passionate fan of queijo prato, a popular yellow cheese. Every night after dinner, she enjoyed a few slices with cream crackers. Over several months, she began waking up with intense headaches and chest pressure. which she initially attributed to aging. It wasn't until a hypertensive crisis sent her to the emergency room that specific tests revealed her body was reacting violently to the cheese consumed at night. "I never imagined something so delicious could be killing me slowly," she said. "After I stopped eating yellow cheese at night, it felt like I was reborn. I sleep better, wake up pain-free, and my blood pressure is completely stable." The benefits of eliminating yellow cheese from nighttime meals are remarkable. A 45% reduction in nighttime blood pressure spikes, a 60% improvement in sleep quality, significantly fewer morning headaches, and a lowered risk of blood clots. Many followers report that within just 2 weeks of avoiding yellow cheese at night, they woke up feeling more energized. To implement this change, replace yellow cheeses with fresh white cheeses such as ricotta, cottage cheese, or Minas Frescal. These contain very low levels of tyramine and are rich in high-quality protein, which even helps promote muscle relaxation. If you really can't resist yellow cheese, limit it to lunchtime, never after 5 p.m. A special tip: season ricotta with fine herbs and olive oil for a delicious and safe evening snack. Importantly, those taking blood pressure medication should be even more cautious with yellow cheeses, as interactions can be especially dangerous. Always consult your doctor before making dietary changes, especially if you take regular medications. Now that you know the first nighttime villain, get ready to discover a food that virtually every Brazilian consumes at night, and which may be silently causing mini strokes. Food number 2, cold cuts and processed meats. The sodium bombs: ham, bologna, salami, sausage, hot dogs. If any of these are part of your dinner or evening snack, you're flooding your body with dangerous amounts of sodium and nitrates exactly when it needs peace. A single slice of ham contains more sodium than what a senior should consume in an entire day. When eaten at night, it can lead to fluid retention that overloads the heart for hours. Excess sodium during the night forces the heart to work up to 30% harder to pump blood through vessels narrowed by fluid buildup. Furthermore, the nitrates in processed meats convert into nitrites in the stomach, compounds that impair the blood's ability to carry oxygen effectively. During sleep, when respiratory rate naturally slows, this can lead to low oxygen areas in the brain and drastically increase the risk of stroke. José Carlos, 72, a retiree from Santos, used to eat a bologna sandwich nearly every night, thinking it was a light and convenient meal. Over time, he began waking up multiple times at night with intense thirst and heart palpitations. His legs were swollen in the mornings, and he felt constant pressure in his head. After consulting a cardiologist who reviewed his eating habits, José discovered he was consuming over 4 grams of sodium per day, most of it at night. "I thought I was eating light, but I was poisoning my body," he said. After cutting out cold cuts at night, in just 2 weeks, the swelling disappeared. I stopped waking up thirsty, and my blood pressure normalized. It was an incredible transformation. Removing processed meats from nighttime meals brings extraordinary benefits: up to 50% reduction in fluid retention, significant improvement in sleep quality, fewer nighttime palpitations, a 15-point drop in blood pressure on average, and most importantly, a dramatic reduction in blood clot risk. Many followers report they stopped waking up with swollen faces and hands within a week. The transition is simpler than it sounds. Replace cold cuts with natural proteins like shredded chicken, boiled eggs, or even fresh sardines. If you enjoy nighttime sandwiches, use homemade cooked turkey breast, cottage cheese, or tuna spread. One favorite recipe in our community is a homemade chicken pâté, cooked shredded chicken, seasoned with herbs and a touch of olive oil, much tastier and infinitely safer. For those who struggle to give up cold cuts completely, a helpful strategy is to consume them only at breakfast or lunch, never after 4 p.m. Besides that, stopping the consumption of processed meats after 4 p.m. gives the body enough time to process the excess sodium before the resting period begins. Special care is needed for people with high blood pressure or heart problems, as processed meats can interfere with medications and create dangerous blood pressure spikes during the night. Always remember to consult your doctor before making major dietary changes. Now, you've learned about 2 silent killers, but the third food I'm about to reveal is consumed by 94% of Brazilians at night and is responsible for creating a real inflammatory storm in the body. Food number 3, refined sugar and sweets, the inflammatory storm. That dessert after dinner, the spoonful of sugar in your evening coffee, the stuffed cookie as a bedtime snack. If you regularly consume refined sugar at night, you're triggering a destructive inflammatory cascade in your cardiovascular system. Consuming sugar in the evening causes a rapid spike in blood glucose, forcing the pancreas to release large amounts of insulin, exactly when your metabolism should be slowing down. This glycemic roller coaster during sleep has terrible consequences. It increases blood viscosity, makes platelets stickier, raising the risk of clots, elevates inflammatory markers by up to 200%, and puts hours of stress on the cardiovascular system. For people over 60 whose ability to process sugar is already reduced, this process can cause micro-injuries to blood vessel walls, dramatically increasing stroke risk. Antonia Ribeiro, a 69-year-old retired teacher from Recife, had a family tradition of drinking sweet tea with cookies every night before bed, a relaxing and pleasurable ritual. However, she began experiencing morning dizziness, blurry vision, and a strange feeling of a heavy head upon waking. After detailed tests, doctors discovered her glucose levels were completely unstable throughout the night, with dangerous spikes and crashes affecting cerebral circulation. "I never imagined my sweet little key could be doing so much harm," she said. "When I stopped using sugar at night and replaced cookies with fruit, it felt like a fog lifted from my mind. I wake up clearer, without dizziness, and my energy has improved tremendously." The benefits of cutting refined sugar at night are transformational. Restabilized glucose levels during sleep, 65% reduction in inflammatory markers, better sleep quality, less morning dizziness, sharper mental clarity upon waking, and a drastic reduction in vascular injury risk that can lead to stroke. To make this change without suffering, replace refined sugar with natural sweeteners like stevia or xylitol, but only if truly necessary. Ideally, retrain your palate gradually. Reduce sugar by 25% the first week, 50% the second, 75% the third, and then eliminate it entirely. For sweet nighttime cravings, opt for naturally sweet fruits, like baked apple with cinnamon, or a square of 70% dark chocolate, no more than one. A highly effective strategy is preparing a tranquility tea, chamomile with a touch of honey, just 1 teaspoon, and cinnamon. Cinnamon helps stabilize glucose. Honey has slower absorbing sugars, and chamomile naturally promotes relaxation. A special warning for diabetics. Consuming sugar at night can cause rebound hypoglycemia during the night, a dangerous phenomenon. If you take diabetes medication, strictly monitor your glucose and discuss ideal carbohydrate timing with your doctor. You're starting to see the pattern. Each food you eliminate from your evening meals is a giant leap toward a longer, healthier life. But get ready. The fourth food is one of the most consumed by Brazilians at night, and it may be setting off a ticking time bomb in your body. Food number 4, fried foods and trans fats, the arterial clog. French fries, pastries, deep-fried snacks like coxinha and pastel, industrial fried chips. If you eat any type of fried food at night, You are literally clogging your arteries with a substance that, during sleep, turns into fatty plaques capable of blocking blood flow to the brain. Trans fats, found in fried and processed foods, are so toxic that several countries have already banned them entirely. During nighttime digestion, when metabolism slows down, these harmful fats stay in the bloodstream much longer, sticking to artery walls and causing severe inflammation. In people over 60, whose natural artery cleansing systems are already impaired, this process can lead to significant obstructions in a matter of hours. Just one portion of French fries at night can raise blood fat levels for up to 12 consecutive hours. Sebastião Gomes, 74, a retired merchant from Fortaleza, had the habit of always having something fried for dinner, be it a pastel, a coxinha, or at least French fries as a side dish. He believed that at his age, he could eat whatever he wanted. However, he began to experience extreme fatigue after evening meals, shortness of breath when lying down, and frequently woke up with a heavy feeling in his chest. Medical exams revealed his arteries were severely clogged with fatty plaques, especially in the carotid arteries that carry blood to the brain. "The doctor told me I was on the verge of a severe stroke," he said. "When I completely cut out fried foods from dinner and nighttime snacks, my test results improved more in 1 month than in years of medication. I lost 6 kilos, could breathe normally again, and my heart stopped those scary jolts." Eliminating fried foods at night produces spectacular results. Up to a 70% reduction in bad blood fats, significant reduction of arterial inflammation, improved brain oxygenation during sleep, weight loss, relief from the feeling of heaviness, and most importantly, gradual cleansing of clogged arteries. Making this change requires a bit of culinary creativity, but it's worth every effort. Replace fried foods with baked, grilled, or steamed options. Baked potatoes with herbs are delicious and infinitely healthier. For that crunchy craving, try oven-baked zucchini or sweet potato chips with a drizzle of olive oil. Nuts and seeds also offer a crunchy texture with healthy fats. One recipe that changed many followers' lives is the rustic baked potato. Cut potatoes into large wedges, season with rosemary, garlic, and olive oil, and bake until golden. It completely satisfies the desire for fries while nourishing instead of clogging your body. For those who really can't resist, follow the golden rule. Fried foods only before 2 p.m., never at night. This gives your body time to process and eliminate harmful fats before sleep. Special attention. People with a history of cardiovascular disease should eliminate fried foods altogether, not just at night. Trans fats can reduce the effectiveness of heart medications and create additional risks. Isn't it incredible how each food eliminated at night is a giant leap toward a longer, healthier life? Before we move on to the final food, I want to ask you something important. If this information has been valuable to you, please show your support by leaving a like on this video. It greatly helps us keep bringing research and discoveries that can transform lives just like yours. Now get ready for the 5th and final food, perhaps the most surprising of them all. Food number 5, coffee and caffeinated beverages, the deadly stimulant. This one may be the hardest to accept, but if you have the habit of drinking coffee, black tea, soda, or any caffeinated drink after 4 p.m., you are putting your heart at extreme risk throughout the night. Caffeine has a stimulant effect that can last up to 8 hours in the body of someone over 60, keeping the cardiovascular system in high alert mode when it should be resting. During sleep, the heart is meant to slow down to recover from the day's stress, but when caffeine is present, it's forced to stay accelerated, increasing blood pressure and raising the risk of dangerous arrhythmias. Caffeine also interferes with melatonin production, the sleep hormone, creating a vicious cycle of insomnia and cardiovascular stress, potentially fatal for those predisposed to heart problems. Rosa Maria Santos, 71, a homemaker from Brasilia, was a devoted coffee lover. She drank at least 6 cups a day, always finishing with one after dinner around 8 p.m. Eventually, she began experiencing palpitations during the night, woke up several times with her heart racing, and felt inexplicable anxiety when lying down. She saw multiple doctors and underwent heart exams that showed normal results during the day, yet the nighttime episodes persisted. It wasn't until a cardiologist specialized in sleep medicine suggested she stop drinking coffee after 2 p.m. that the mystery was solved. In just 1 week without afternoon and evening coffee, the palpitations vanished. I started sleeping deeply and woke up rested. I never imagined my beloved little coffee could almost be killing me from heart stress, Rosa Maria shared. The benefits of cutting out caffeine from afternoon and evening hours are extraordinary. Complete normalization of heart rhythm during sleep, up to 80% improvement in sleep quality, elimination of nighttime palpitations, reduced anxiety at bedtime, stabilized blood pressure, and most importantly, a drastic decrease in cardiovascular risk. The risk of fatal arrhythmias during the night is real. To implement this change without suffering from caffeine withdrawal, make a gradual transition. Set time limits. Only drink coffee until 2 p.m. in the first week, until noon in the second, until 10 a.m. in the third, and finally, only in the early morning. To replace your afternoon coffee, try caffeine-free teas such as chamomile, fennel, or lemon balm. Ginger tea is also a great option. It's warming, flavorful, and offers anti-inflammatory benefits. One interesting discovery from our community is barley coffee, which tastes similar to coffee but is completely caffeine-free. Many followers say it helped them keep their coffee ritual without the cardiovascular risks. If you're dependent on caffeine, don't stop suddenly. This can lead to headaches and irritability. Instead, reduce it gradually and switch to healthy alternatives. Remember, chocolate contains caffeine too, so avoid chocolate at night. Special care is needed for people who take blood pressure or heart medications, as caffeine can interfere with their effectiveness and mask important symptoms. Always talk to your doctor about the best time to consume caffeine without compromising your treatment. Wasn't this strategy truly transformative? Tell me in the comments. Did you already know about these 5 nighttime dangers? Has someone in your family experienced something similar, like a stroke? I love reading your stories and always reply personally. Your experiences inspire our whole community. Now you have access to life-saving information. Eliminating these 5 foods from your evening routine: aged yellow cheeses, processed meats, refined sugar and sweets, fried foods and trans fats, and caffeinated drinks can reduce your risk of stroke by up to 78% and add years of quality life. Each of these foods triggers a specific reaction in your body, which when combined with the natural changes of aging, can become devastating if consumed at night. The transformation won't happen overnight, but the first benefits appear surprisingly fast. After 1 week, improved sleep quality. After 2 weeks, significant reduction in headaches and morning dizziness. After 1 month, stabilized blood pressure and more energy. After 3 months, a complete cardiovascular health transformation confirmed by any medical test. Remember, you have the power to rewrite your health story. It's never too late to start making choices that honor your life and your loved ones. Each night you go to sleep without these 5 silent killers is a night of protection for your heart and brain. You deserve to live many years with health, independence, and dignity. I sincerely hope these discoveries transform your life or the life of someone you love deeply. If you've read this far, it's because you truly care about your health and well-being, and that fills me with joy and hope. To keep receiving science-backed information that can change your reality, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you'll always be the first to learn about strategies that can make all the difference. Remember, it's never too late to start living better. Until our next encounter, take care of yourself with love and wisdom.